Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Let's Talk About It in the new year 2019. I'm Diego.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Alexis.
And today we're going to be talking about Wreck-It Ralph 2.
He breaks the internet. So in the first act, we got our boy Ralph and our girl Vanellope. And Potato Tomato. And they're chilling, big chill after the first movie, which takes like six years.
It was like 6 years ago. So for the past 6 years, they've been messing around in other games.
And they've been just doing the same stuff over and over again. And Ralph makes this weird, subtle thing like, let's do this for the rest of our lives. Together, best friend. And like that.
She's like, oh, I want to venture out and do other things and go to new games and stuff.
Well, no, she just wants to have like a new life in racing because it's so awkward and weird.
Would you look at that? The old man places Wi-Fi into the arcade. Wow. How come he didn't have it at the beginning, though?
He's an old man and he doesn't know any better.
Because, Vanellope is really sad in her first game, Ralph tries to make it, spicy by adding a new track. And because of that, the controller is broken by some girl.
And hey, since the Wi-Fi is in there, why don't we look for a new controller? And they do so. And it costs too much money, so what do they have to do? Go on not YouTube, but BuzzFed or whatever.
BuzzTube.
It's like
and
a
they have to
BuzzFeed
make a whole bunch of
YouTube
outdated, hilarious, funny memes.
And Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Rip.
Oh man, Vanellope finds a game that she likes more than her actual game. Wow, she should just stay there, and she does with Gal Gadot. And so they go to the dark web, or Ralph goes to the dark web because he doesn't want to lose his best friend forever.
He gets the
virus from this like worm dude.
That looks like Total Recall, the first one with the weird hernia twin.
Oh my gosh, please stop. That's so disgusting.
So he gets the virus and
he unleashes it in the game, even though that's like threatening everyone's life.
But who cares? He just wants his best friend.
He's willing to kill a bunch of people for this child. And so basically all of his the virus scans Ralph, and all of his insecurities form this giant Ralph, or a bunch of mini Ralphs that join together to form this super Ralph, and they end up destroying the internet, even though that's not how the internet works. And basically Ralph has to admit to himself that he's obsessive over Vanellope, and then that's when the big Ralph just disappears, and then the movie ends with her leaving.
Thank goodness for Pinterest, or they would have made it out. So let's talk about the characters. I'll start off with Ralph. Ralph was a very insecure bad guy, but I feel like he has more to be justified by, because he's a bad guy. What does he know any better?
He's very needy.
I mean, he had 6 years to
That's just a bad character flaw, I would have to say. How do you justify Vanellope? She's a little brat that just wants to be with someone else.
Has anxiety.
Everything they set up in Wreck-It Ralph 1, they totally just destroyed it. Just for the plot being better in the second one, which wasn't at all.
Remember how in the first movie Sonic was like, if you leave your game, stay safe and stay alert, because if you die in another game, then game over, bro. They just go into other games and like risk their lives, but there's no stakes to it.
Talk about Vanellope. Did you guys like Vanellope?
No.
She sounded like a 40-year-old who was
She sounded like a smoker.
in a midlife crisis. I thought she was funny.
There are no morals in this movie. It's just either branch out and, find yourself, or don't be creepy and obsessive over your best friends.
And, don't be too clingy with your best friends, and don't just, suffocate them and all that jazz.
Yeah, give your best friend some space.
Boundaries.
Boundaries, of course,
What are the things you liked?
I liked Sonic.
I like the end credit scene when Ralph was disrespectful. I liked it when he was end credit scene, and they were gonna say a sneak peek of Frozen 2 because everyone's ready for it, and then they do a Rick
roll.
Roll you.
Yeah.
Never gonna give you up.
That old
never
YouTube
gonna
meme.
let you down.
My favorite part was with Fix-It Felix Jr. and his wife, and they adopted all the little guys. I thought it was pretty cute.
So so what do you guys rate the movie?
3 Pixlexios out of 10.
3 Wreck-It Ralphs out of 10.
Shoot. You know what? The only thing was just the Bob Ross and all those nice memes in that little office scene. So I'll give it like a 4.2 needy, clingy people out of 10. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to our other episode of Let's Talk About It.
Episode 4.
Something like that. It's a new year. Who really cares anymore, right? So, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys join in and watch another episode of us of Let's Talk About It. So, until then, bye guys.
Bye, Pa.